Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Today we're discussing two interesting features coming to the game Paralives. Let's discuss. One of the interesting features that I've found when it comes to Paralives is how the traits will be directly in line with the gameplay, meaning this: you will, once you pick a job or some type of career path, you will surprisingly maybe get interesting things from what we're going to call townies, meaning that someone may come to you with a opportunity for work or a job based on your known traits or your known career path. I think this here is something that happens often in real life where, word of mouth, someone hears about, oh, someone does this, someone does that, and they now are being offered a job somewhere of some sort, creatively or professionally, whichever one you may choose. Now, what's really cool about this and what it's going to set the tone for is how, okay, you're going to see how the game is feeling. You're going to see how the game is already going towards a possibility lane where it's going to be very player friendly. And something I've talked about for a long time is this: replayability. What is a game going to offer me to keep playing it again, again, again? So when I've now started to dig into Paralives, I say, okay, this feature here is very interesting because of what it's going to offer you as far as long-term replayability. Just think of how cool it's going to be once you get your career path, or if you have a known shop already within this open world, and then someone within that open world comes to you about a job offer within the career or the shop that you have. It's a cool little, just interesting thing that makes it feel more lifelike, and that's what a life sim game is supposed to do. So I think that's a really interesting note, and I just really saw that. I'm like, well, you know what? That's a great point. This is going to make sure players can come back more and more and more. And you notice how they have key emotions. They have yes with no emotion. Then they have absolutely, like, okay, I'm actually eager to do it. And then they have, of course, no thanks. I like the range of motion. I like the range of emotions. I like the range of options. Again, if you know anything about me, I speak two things all the time: replayability and options. That's the one thing you always want to have. So again, this is why it's always key when you're picking out games, which life sim games to invest your time into, your money into. Look for things like that. Who's giving me the most options? Who's giving me a range of things that I can pick from? And I think this here, where people will automatically, based off word of mouth, of obviously once you get to a certain point where people will actually come and invite you. For example, here you just see here, I'll just go over it real quickly. It says, I work at the high school and we are looking for a music teacher. Would you like the job and follow your passion? So again, this is what I'm saying. Once you get into the world, and let's say you decide to do music and you go around town and you play music and people get aware of who you are, you'll get offers and stuff for different kind of jobs and different kind of things. So again, these are things I really enjoy about the game, and I'm getting excited because, again, I want something that's going to offer me replayability. That is what Enjoy currently does, and I'm looking for another game in the life sim genre that can do that. And when you hear about these kind of options, you're hearing about, okay, well, the townies, which by the way is a great name for the people. You're hearing about townies coming up to you with different type of offers of some sort based on your career path or job. I think that's very cool, and just brings another layer to this game that's bringing replayability, which to me is one of the biggest keys of any game's success. Another cool, interesting feature, also just entitled, the whole thing really is going to be the Paramaker when it comes to creating your character. One of the cool things I found here is the options to have the shirts going to be untucked or tucked out. And there's also going to be mismatched socks. There's also going to be earrings. The level of customization that we're going to be able to have on this game is going to be fantastic. I was thinking about how many hours some of us, including myself, will spend on creating our character in the Paramaker. It's just really incredible. And again, these little features like that I know seem small now when we're talking about it, but when you're dressing your person every single day and you are in the game, these little things matter, because again, doesn't it matter to you when you dress? So I thought it was really cool that these features like that are here, where there's going to be small little details like that. Remember too, you can also customize their height, their weight, and other different type of things as well. So it's not just going to be okay only with the clothes. No, you can fully do how you want them to look, feel, what type of emotion. So it's going to be very much you that you're creating, or you want to create, whatever you like, but it's going to be you creating it with a lot of you thought into it. So I think they did a great job with this. And what I really enjoy about the game so far, as we get closer to the release date in December, I believe on the 8th, is that we have people getting reminded in all different platforms about things that maybe they talked about last year and has gotten forgotten. So if you're in the Paralives universe, you'll probably get a sense of people are coming back to things that were talked about a year ago, 2 years ago, because now the game is officially going to be released on December 8th. So again, what we have here is something really great, really special, and I know people do not want it to fail. It's not going to. I think with mods and everything else, it's going to be an extraordinary game. I just think it's going to be fantastic. Even without mods, it's going to be great, but just with mods, it just increases everything, and it's just fantastic. So again, these features here are big. They will determine what's good, what's not. How much can you play the game outside of just one type of, walk around? How's the driving? So like all these things be very interesting when it comes time. So again, 2 things today that was covered that's really important to remember. Your traits will be aligned with different surprises throughout the gameplay. If you have a career that you're trying to do within the game, it seems like you may surprisingly get walked up on from someone from a different working area of the city, of the town. They may offer you a job or some type of partnership. So that's something to keep an eye on. And another interesting feature is also how the clothes, you'll have so many options, whether the shirt can be tucked, shirt can not be tucked, new earrings, new options. And that's what you want as a gamer. Replayability and options. I want to say to everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all on the next one. Everyone, take care and be well.